whole. The violence continues, the instability continues. Carrie Lam's strategy has failed. Is the next realistic move you have to make to get rid of the chief executive, Carrie Lam?
First, I would say Chief Carrie Lam did a good job. Her team, her administration, they enjoyed full support.
But she's failed. For 6 months, she has failed.
No. She's failed. I wouldn't say she has failed. There's many reasons. If there were no foreign forces behind it, if there's no radical violent writers who block, who sabotage the composition, Carrie Lam and her team made many efforts to communicate, to reach out to the public. Since this happened in the past 5 months, Carrie Lam and her team conducted more than 100 events to communicate with the local people. But the radicals do not give them the chance, their opportunities.
You're a veteran ambassador. You know how diplomacy works. I mean, she's got a choice now. She can either make some concessions, that is, establish a truly independent inquiry into the police actions of recent months, and make moves towards universal suffrage for the election of the next chief executive. She can either choose to do that, or there's going to have to be a much more serious crackdown. And that crackdown, if I may say so, is going to have to come not from the Hong Kong police, who clearly are not capable of restoring order, but it's going to have to come from the military, from the Chinese military, 12,000 of whom are currently based in barracks in Hong Kong. Is that something that you could contemplate?
I think Carrie Lam and her team made every effort to address the problem. First, she suspended the extradition bill, then she withdrawn it. And she also, made what she called 4 major actions, including more than 100 engagement with the local people.
According to Beijing, according to your party, is now null and void. So you are now intruding on the fundamental principle of one country, two systems.
No, not at all. I think you give me no opportunity to answer all your questions. You talk about the fundamental question about the situation in China. You said people are concerned about what is going on might spill over to China. That is not the case. We just celebrate 70th anniversary of founding People's Republic of China. So you have to realize what the achievement China have achieved in the past 70 years. People are living better, living happier, living longer.
You paint a fascinating picture of the context.
I didn't paint a fast picture. It's a fact.
Let us now explore what you've just said, because you're taking it beyond Hong Kong to what is happening in China.
You're taking me beyond Hong Kong.
I want to take you beyond Hong Kong.
So I talk about this.
And nobody would doubt the incredible economic achievements of the Chinese government over decades. Why, if you are so insistent that the people of your country are so very happy, why is your government apparently so frightened of dissent inside your country?
We are not frightened about any dissents.
How many political prisoners are there in China
There's
today?
no political prisoners in China.
Ambassador, that's not true.
There's no the people will not be put behind bar just because they are thinking their thought. They put behind bar because they have violated the law in China.
But your laws preclude genuine political opposition.
No.
If people are dissenting from the party line very quickly, they find themselves contravening your laws. Not only that, we have seen in the last 2 or 3 years the creation of a surveillance society in China where every thought and every move made by your population is surveilled in a way that is not true of any other country.
Can I ask you a question? How many surveillance CCTV here in UK?
Not as many as in China. Do you know?
No, per capita.
We are one of the highest in the world in the UK.
So how would you explain this situation?
I would explain the situation by pointing out that in China,
no, I'm asking. CCTV.
2022, Ambassador, in China, there will be 1 CCTV camera in China for every 2 people. You have 1.4 billion people. That is an unimaginable surveillance society. What's it for?
Have you been to China?
I have been to China.
When was your last visit to China?
It was probably about 3 years ago.
I think in China you will feel that people are very free, very happy. You can't feel it? You feel people under harassment, people are threatened, they have a lot of complaints. No, you can see smiling face on the Chinese people. Yes, people have some complaints, like any society, they complain, but people have their channel, to make their complaints known. We have a National People's Congress, we have a political consultative Congress. If China do not have a street politics, you think China have no democracy. But China's democracy is of Chinese democracy, of Chinese characteristics. You can't use your standard to judge other countries. Just like we would not judge you based on our standard.